Так, ну что ж, в принципе, всем привет. Будем проходить самую сюжетку. Несколько дней она уже была открыта. Так что, как бы, да, тут еще есть вот ивенты. Я так понял, основной ивент это вот этот будет. Что тут есть? Прикольно. Это, скорее всего, будет побочным. Хотя об этом, как сказать, побочный, блять. Тупо, по-моему. Ну ладно, так. Так что будем проходить сюжет. Так, я уже забыл, как что. Скорее всего, после сюжета я буду записывать другую игру. Там как раз таки вот сегодня именно в воскресенье стримы, блять, по этой игре. Ну, то, что она выйдет в релиз 22 или 23 мая. Так что я тоже в нее буду попробовать сыграть. Так что, как бы, да. Так что, скорее всего, я буду еще эту попробовать позаписывать. Может понравится. По крайней мере, музыка там вроде прикольная. Так что, да. Ладно, приступаем проходить. Так, что у нас тут?
Newsflash! Penacony's Charmony Festival has entered its countdown phase. Accompanied by Clocky's TikToks, after 12 system hours, this grand...
I already told you! We can talk things out!
I'm sorry, Fluffy. I really have something urgent to attend to, so I had no choice but to resort to...
Since you already know what you're doing, I'll also have to remind you of its
Hey, partner, what's with the hostility? I thought pulling this thing out was just...
For the last time, state your identity and purpose.
My name's Boot Hill, and I'm a Galaxy Ranger.
A Galaxy Ranger?
You look like you seen a ghost. Did you think we all went extinct? Well, that's the price you pay for being off-grid for too long.
The righteous heroes of the hunt would never hijack the Astral Express.
I ain't hijacked anything. What, chatting with someone while holding the gun is
It probably is.
Pardon my frankness, but there are plenty of rumors in the cosmos regarding the Galaxy Ranger's current status. And none of them are pretty stories.
Oh, this is hilarious. The tale that this bunch of fools spin is getting out of hand. Of course, I know you won't believe me. Which is also why, similarly, I have see the bullets in this gun. 9mm, an eternal classic. I may need the Astral Express's help right now, but if you're an imposter just like that one, I can't allow myself to be exposed to danger. That's just the way it goes, so... You all have to first prove yourselves.
Recognize this?
It's
Я что за...
Model Fudger, the Jade Abacus of Ally and...
Model fudger?
This is the Jade Abacus gifted to the Express by the Shenzhou Luofu's general, Jing Yuan. Is that enough?
Not bad, kiddo. And across these sprawling stars, a gentle squeeze is all it takes to rustle up. Been ages since the Galaxy Rangers had the spotlight shown on them. We ain't equipped with such... Alright then. Feel free to toss any questions my way. Let's...
And why would I play along?
If I truly am a real Galaxy Ranger...
Alright then. Tell me.
Ah, my friend. Everyone's on their own fated path along the hunt, with their own resolute sense of righteousness and not...
This reply does not instill trust.
I'm guessing you're gonna ask about some form of shared faith, right? Never bully the weak. Never kill the innocent. As Galaxy Rangers, we strictly adhere to the bottom line. And in this moment, the other crucial meaning of bottom line...
Second question.
I already said that I seek no trouble. I must go to Penacony for a matter. but I don't have an invite. And I can't even enter the family's hotel.
Aren't the Galaxy Rangers off?
Oh, you've hit the nail on the head. This is why I'm here. It's fine if I tell you. The Rangers are pursuing an imposter. My informant is a memo keeper. She's the same as all mimetic organisms, appear in one moment and gone the next.
That Galaxy Ranger imposter. Who is it?
Is that the third question?
Is it a hard question?
It isn't. Just that you might not believe me. That person calls herself...
That's impossible.
That's what I said. Don't worry.
IX never gives anyone so much as a first glance, and that's perfectly normal. What reason?
Then you must know that emanators can also conceal their own identities, which, for many people, it's better that way. I had the good fortune of running into an elation emanator. Its appearance was no different than that of those clowns, even in the purest hunt. You'll find the Xianzhou Alliance under the spotlight, directing that nihility emanators don't exist. So, do you understand now? Your companions are in danger. And we don't know what's happening in the dreamscape or how much of what the memo... And that Acheron... Who knows what she...
I don't intend to do anything.
That's not up. Did you know? People who come to the land of dreams for the first time, they'll subconsciously stop to reaffirm, be it reality or dream. Staring at the sky, but now this night sky has been
A single slash of a blade isn't really accurate. It was actually
That's not many guests who weren't supposed to be invited have gathered at this banquet. The planet of festivities has no place for you, a puppet of nihility.
Speaking of living in the shadows, there's probably not much difference between us. Penacony's dream master.
Whether you believe it or not, this is the real. We are one.
Is this the unity that the family espouses?
My mortal shell has long since dissipated. The Oak family's 107,330.
From the sound of it, it seems like you're asking me to leave.
I am glad that you're an understanding one.
If you think you can.
Are you threatening me?
I ended it with a period. Knowing who I am and still showing such malice. You're not the first, nor will you be the last. This scene played out many times before. And usually, the result has invariably been that they can't.
You are confident. But be reminded, the family is forgiving. But 137 individuals. That is how many heathens. And here I stand again.
And you will die. I mean. But that won't come to pass. I'll do as you ask. I'll leave.
A wise choice.
I wasn't aware there was a choice.
To you, that surely is the only option. Please bear in mind, you and Penacony are of different worlds. Those born on leave and never return. The radiance of the planet of festivities is overwhelmingly bright, luring in, and even more so when this self-annihilator heralds the destruction of everything. Your strength, Acheron, a befitting name.
Take it from someone on the other side of your so-called river. You know better than I do that Penacony has already deviated from the harmony. Whatever your intentions may be, I foresee only one. Its future holds nothing but nihility. Just like all the worlds that have drowned.
Лазарянка.
Attention, please. The unusual event that occurred moments ago was due to a technical malfunction.
Oh, I swear that was no movie shoot. So many chips.
Excuse me. Are you talking about the clock student?
Yeah, what about it? Oh.
No need to worry. I apologize for any inconvenience caused to your delightful
Oh, it was just those chips.
And then those chips simply disappeared.
Huh? Miss Robin, you mean?
Shh. This technology hasn't been made public yet. It was originally planned. Can you help me keep this secret? The reigning
Oh, I see. Then it all makes sense now.
Thank you. As appreciate.
Oh.
Press it at just the right moment in the celebration. All right. It looks like there are other guests who are also confused. So many people talking about it. This commotion at the theme park definitely made waves.
Зарянка. Чё не? Посмотреть, может, что у тебя тут нельзя. Блять, сука. Ладно.
The family promised they would protect the guests within. The family needs to provide a reasonable explanation.
It appears the good sir has seen many great events. However, their target is not the
Miss Robin, I know the Bloodhound family has already. The family can try their best to protect their reputation.
But as you can see, sir, no perhaps the dreamscape is not as perfect as promised. But there's no place safer than dream.
I could stay here, but keep in mind, guests come to Penacony to enjoy.
Of course. With the Charmony Festival about to commence, we will spare no effort.
You've had...
Hello. May I ask what happened here?
Nothing to be worried about. There's been a small rehearsal mishap.
Hey, are you a fool? You don't even recognize...
I'm sorry. I've just been transferred to the Bloodhound family.
Hey, don't sweat it.
Oh, we've sealed off the theme park. Most...
Rest assured, Miss Robin will intensify our patrols to...
I trust you guys. But...
well...
Actually, I was there shortly after it happened. Is it true that...
Miss Robin, tell you the truth.
Thank you all for your loyalty towards the family. Of course, the family did not agree.
No wonder. So this is the main reason why the IP...
Don't worry. Mr. Sunday is currently tracking his whereabouts.
Please be assured, Miss Robin.
Thank you for your hard work. If there are any other members, this is a small gift prepared by the Iris family for the guests.
I can't believe I received a gift from Miss...
If trouble comes knocking on our door, we're not afraid to go to war.
У меня вопрос-то, блядь. Или... она же, по-моему, это ебнулась. Или это за... блядь. Это искорка или зарян? Или же, блядь, она же, по-моему, там вот массивировала.
That's the renowned cosmic superstar, Miss Robin!
I didn't expect to meet a fan here. I'm honored.
I can't believe I'm actually meeting the real Robin!
Preparation is important. But the ceremony is fundamentally about sharing regarding the recent mishap. I understand it next...
But, are you sure it was actually a plus? I met that generous gentleman. He looked...
Everyone, please do not panic.
Even if you say so, Miss Robin.
Some people just never listen, do they? It's never ending. It just goes on and on.
Miss Robin?
Still, I suppose I should keep on helping everyone.
Huh?
what was...
Here, take this, little guest.
М,
This gift, make sure to take good care of it until the opening of the Charmony Festival.
Понятно.
You never know. We're back to where it all began.
О,
You entered the golden hour from this place. It is a pleasure to journey alongside you once more.
да.
But it's time.
Подожди.
I know you have many questions. Do you remember when we, in that instant before it killed me? So, following the clues in the script, I came up with some theories about the meme. I intended to call upon death before you arrived. To solve the riddle using more direct means. And then it is how you see now. I was impaled by the bladed wings of death. But after the momentary numbness subsided, I was still alive. And it was just as I thought. I had arrived at a place starkly different from this beauty, and so then I returned to the hotel in the dreamscape, hoping to tell you of its existence. Yet I could not, and after all my attempts proved futile. It wasn't until not long ago when a crimson, and that's it, that is all that's... I know it's tough to believe all this without reservations. Now, take a deep breath. And for 3, 2, 1. Don't be afraid. I never knew you could do this. Do you have a driver's license?
I do.
That is...
Why? Because this is Japella, the city of...
No, I'm just thinking that you haven't slept in 20 system hours.
I'm fine. I'll survive.
I'm not so sure about that.
Infiltration is over. Feel free to activate Sam anytime you like.
There's still some time before the next part of the script unfolds. Such a long tunnel.
In half a system hour, it will lead us to Kafka. And then...
Is that also...
It's in your script, too.
Sorry. I didn't...
Their destiny won't change just because of your... I told you before. It's about...
What about you, then?
As always, it's a blank slate. It's not...
Because I'm currently in a car with a sleep-deprived driver.
This car has full self-driving capability.
Hey, Elio would always say there's only one type of destiny. But before that moment arrives, we can still choose what we do.
After today, Japella's name will disappear from cosmic history. That's your next stop.
Land of the dreams.
I hope you find whatever you...
Glad to see you're safe and sound.
Close your eyes. This is the answer. Isn't it?
The question that has been perplexing us, does death really exist in the dreamscape, appears to be every emergence of that meme is related to the...
The atmosphere here is starkly different from the beautiful dream, but from the whispers of the residents.
It's that man again. Always in the right place at the right time. Himiko and March have already made a move. Get ready. We're about.
The real dreamscape, the land of the exiles. Before we go, should we speak to everyone first?
Вот так как попал сюда. Новая карта. Я видел еще какая-то карта была, и она более прикольно выглядит, по-моему, чем это даже. Надеюсь, все она
Keep
будет
going
все-таки.
straight down this alley, and it'll lead to an elevator. It'll take us to the center of the land of the exiles.
Да, танцуем, оп-оп-оп. Ой, блин.
What a huge clocky. Looks like the watchmaker also left his mark on Dreamflux Reef.
Что-то можно было взять, окей.
Unbelievable. To think there's a settlement of this size within the dreamscape. And all beyond the family's reach. The atmosphere in this fortress is pretty different.
When I first saw it, I was in awe too. What's even more bizarre is that this place is also
Though both dreamscapes have distinct styles, the architect. But there's no point in overthinking things.
Take a right turn at the end of this road and you'll reach the trade.
Not coming with us?
The Astral Express likely needs room for some internal deliberation.
Sure. Letting her go was the right decision. Further observations are needed before we decide. Let's go. I'm sure. He's right over there. The Reverie Hotel's bellboy. How did he end up here? We'd better check, just to be sure.
Perfect for me, and perfectly legal for me to stay in.
Ладно.
You're the guest from before. We meet again! And in
Hello, Misha. I'm Welt. We met in a dream. Oh.
Tick-tock! Old friend and new friend!
You're,
Nope. How did you two get here? This dreamscape isn't.
So, this is...
Yep. After my work in the beautiful dream ends, I'll go back home.
this... sleepy.
Sleepy is a memory zone meme. Looks fierce and has many eyes. But it...
Based on the description, that meme is indisputably death.
Death? Not in a dream, surely. Sleepy's...
I see. Has it brought back in...
I see. Then you'll have to speak with Gallagher. Mr. Yang? Is it Miss Robin?
Just as I thought.
If you're looking for Miss Robin, I can lead the way.
If it's not too much trouble.
Oh, I haven't. But please, rest assured. How about this? Since it's your first time here in Dreamflux Reef, I'll be your guide. She's gone to Mrs. Grace's to visit the children.
All right then, we'll follow your plan. Well, we now know the answer to both murder cases that have caused such commotion in Penacony. Yes, that's my thinking as well. I'm not entirely certain, but... Say, You mentioned before that you... I can't shake off this strange feeling. Forget it. It's not important.
Да. Молот в душе. Бля. Черная дыра, Адамчик. Там просто свет. Снова эти. Не знаю, смотрю, потом снова.
Everyone, look! From here, you can see the most spectacular.
A black hole? No. An accretion disk for...
Oh, so Mr. Yang is also versed in Memoria dynamics. I was...
Ясно.
Look, there she is! My calculations are finally done. In another 10 system hours... Hmm? Who are you all, and why haven't you left yet? This place is... I'm Kami, a dreamscape surveyor specializing in Memoria dynamics. And this is my life's work. See that huge gaping hole? It was just a narrow rift many years ago. But now, it's grown. But the scary part is, according to my calculations, the flow rate by constantly improving upon Madame Rosalina's after 10 system hours, the dream flux... please don't worry. This sort of thing has happened.
You don't say. There was something else that...
Oh, do you know her too? Or are you... Oh.
We're very interested in Madame Rosalina's achievement.
Why, of course. She's an excellent scholar of Memoria dynamics, and regrettably, due to the presence of the Garden of Recollection, ordinary people don't pay much. I came to Penacony to learn more about my idol, and went to great lengths to seek out Dreamflux Reef. I felt it. The source is in the golden hour.
Does the name Madame Rosalina sound familiar to you? That's right. It seems like she did a great deal of research and calculation.
Miss Katie regularly mentions her. I hear Madame Rosalina passed away during the prison war. Our destination is the commercial district. That's where the largest crowds gather in Dreamflux Reef. We might be able to find the others there. Let me... Ghost! There's a ghost! Don't come...
Oh my. I'm human and so are you. Can you get a grip? Mr. Yang and Mr. Trailblaze, quickly, come help. I bumped into a member of the family on the way here. He was so...
Let me go! Let me go! I've only done good in my life.
Well, this is how it... Me? A ghost? Don't make me... He thinks he's dead. Although, when...
Dear guest, this is not the app.
That's right. Did you hear that? Repeat.
You're talking to someone invisible. If I'm not dead, what am I? I shouldn't have... Stop asking! You'll alert the monsters!
You're not talking...
Don't say that name! It's all your fault.
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
Free will opens still waters of oblivion.
We have the upper hand.
Что за кран лежит?
Ready for another? You don't look so good.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
He passed out. His intense negative emotions attracted the near...
I see.
But unlike in the Sweet Dream, people here don't see Memory Zone memes as dangerous monsters. But we can't just leave this man here.
We can ask Jessie for help. I've gotten to know many locals while waiting for you guys. Everyone here is living a self-sufficient life. I don't know how to describe it, but this place feels like the real dreamscape.
Понятно.
Evening, Jessie.
Welcome, Miss March. Who might these be?
These two are my friends. As for the man lying on the ground, he's a...
I see. Another poor guy who accidentally ended. There have been a lot of new faces lately. Things must be tough in the beautiful dream.
Do such things often?
Not really, but they're becoming more frequent now. Guess it's one of the signs of the sweet dreams. This man has had quite the shock. Could you help me find a Halovian?
A Halovian?
That must be Robin. She's also here in Dreamflux Re.
Huh? Robin? But I thought she... Oh, right.
Misha's about to take us to her to find out what happened. But before that, let's meet up.
We met some stowaways in the residential area. Most of them, I heard that places like Dreamflux Reef are scattered throughout the memory zone of As. I also heard that when Dreamflux Reef took shape, it was the center of all dreams.
If that's true, it's no wonder there are...
Himeko must be gathering information.
Let's see how you handle a stroke of...
No! At this rate, the family will be done for. Done for!
This is where we split up. She can't be too far away.
So that's how it is. I never imagined.
To borrow Gallagher's catchphrase.
Himeko, here they are.
Ah, perfect timing. Now that everyone's here, I'd like to introduce everyone to Micah, who's partly in...
It's a pleasure to meet the Nameless.
You know.
I've been keeping an eye on you since the day you arrived in Penacony. We would have met under more appropriate circumstances if Dreamflux Reef hadn't... Please, allow me to formally introduce myself. I'm Micah, the Gravekeeper of Dream...
Gravekeeper?
Life in Dreamflux Reef is pretty liberating. Everyone here mostly keeps to themselves, without meddling in others' affairs.
You're too modest, Micah. When lost dream chasers stumble upon this place, you're the...
So, Guardian.
Were you talking to me?
On that note, Mr. Mika, which tombstones are you...
They're actually just symbolic stones. But since you're curious, Mr. Yang, I'll take you there. I have a feeling you might find some... but before that, you have an important guest joining you.
An important guest? Who could it be?
This way, please. The roads here in Dreamflux Reef are a bit run down, so... Watch your step. There she is.
Everyone sang so wonderfully. It's not...
Oh, I can't thank you enough, Robin. Well, these kids have made it...
It was nothing, Grace. I merely taught them how to sing. Life must be quite difficult for them in reality.
That's right.
Whenever it's time to say goodbye to these kids, they're reluctant to leave. But I've
It seems you... Emma and Andy are orphans I took under my wing. Carol there, with her blind eyes, used to work at a new... If we compare people to birds, these kids are like... And me, an old lady with no legs.
I'm glad that you found a new life here in Penacony.
Don't worry, Robin. Dreams have their significance, but they aren't everything. But you know what? Emma and Gary aren't plagued by their insecurity. You see, in dreams we learn...
And should our feathers be damaged, there's no need to covet an illusory sky in dreams.
It's a relief to see you safe and sound, Miss Robin.
It's nice to see you all again, Astral Express crew. I heard my disappearance.
Since you're here, can we assume that you're...
Ever since I returned to Penacony, my voice started to change, until it gradually faded away. first, I thought it was a temporary ailment, but now it seems the root of the problem goes way beyond me.
Sweet dreams collapse.
That while I was away from Penacony, the boundaries of the 12 dreamscapes kept expanding. Later, I discovered the secret letters from the IPC ambassador, which the land of the exiles, concealed by the family.
Hearing you speak, it sounds as...
I hate to admit it, but the harm, it's regrettable. But the family has experienced betrayal. This is not the strong defending the weak, but rather...
Could there be another force influencing the family's shift in philosophy? Considering what happened with Acheron, it's difficult to conceive of another entity within the...
I'd heard about what happened to the Cienjo Alliance, but regardless, I cannot accept my home is moving towards the very opposite. I must uncover the reason why Mikhail cut ties with the family. I've decided to forgo my role and never step...
Look here, brother. A little bird.
Looks like a fledgling, but Charmony doves don't live here. So...
It looks weak and frail. Why don't we
This place is too dangerous for a fledgling.
Okay. A bird like that must have a beak.
I'll ask the family...
A cage? But then it...
Let's see. What is it that has captured the attention? Oh, poor little...
I do. But I don't want to...
Why?
Even if it's small and not fully feathered, and can't say birds...
That's quite the...
I think she's right. But if we leave it out in the...
Ah, I see. It seems, as you probably know, Charmony doves can... We've seen this spectacle so many times that we think it's just their ancestors were too weak to survive on the... After countless attempts by many generations.
So, you mean...
Well, that's an idealistic way.
I think people believe birds are meant to fly.
That's an interesting perspective.
For now, I'll keep it in a cage until it can take care of itself. I want it to...
Well said, kids. It seems each of you has found your own...
We will take good care of it.
Yeah, but...
And what might that be?
What if there's... I mean... If there are fledglings, should we let them go back to the sky?
Talking in your sleep, birdie? Huh? Need a hand? Yeah. Happy.
Where is Robin? Tell me.
I knew that was going to be the first thing you'd ask. Don't worry, your sister is here, safe and sound. If I were you, I'd be more worried about myself. After all, right?
If you wanted to kill me, you wouldn't give me the chance to speak. Just...
So, you figured out who I am, huh? No wonder you had the guts to go against the Dream Master and the four families.
Looks choice.
You are aware of my plan and see through my act. I'm suggesting we cooperate.
Cooperate? What make...
The fact that the famous Robin has chosen my side. Plus, some clues about a traitor.
I find it hard to believe a man who's full of deception.
Fine. You don't have to trust me. With the sense of justice inside of you.
Show me Robin first.
All right. As you wish.
Huh?
What's your trick this time?
Just kidding. I mean...
And the crew, too. There are too many people.
That'd be great. Please follow me, Honorable Oak family.
This is the monument I mentioned earlier. The name's inscribed on it.
Rosalina, and...
When Penacony was known as a frontier prison, it was the Trailblazers who connected it with the stars. However, today, the planet of festivities is nothing but sweet dreams.
If their names are inscribed here...
According to Micah, they died long ago.
Rosalina was killed during the War of Independence. She ventured alone into the heart. Tiernan was a skilled gunslinger, strong and reliable. He led the... In the decade following the war, Penacony faced challenges internal and external.
Though I had expected as much, the tales of you...
True to the title of Trailblazer. They spent their lives...
When Dreamflux Reef was created, its owner was still alive. However, here we meet again.
Robin.
I promised to give the siblings some privacy, so let's talk about our business first.
That sounds sensible enough. Since you went through the trouble of gathering the family head, the crew, and the Stellaron hunters...
Oh? Is it that obvious?
The look on your face is practically screaming.
You're right, Mr. Yang. The siblings already know what they need to, and they've made their choice. But before we begin, let me reintroduce myself. I'm the founder of Dreamflux Reef, as Gallagher, the history fictionologist.
History fictionologist? So...
Well, don't worry. Almost everything I shared was true.
I double-checked with Micah, and everything he said about the
Thank you for your understanding. Now let's get down to business. I'm sure you're... Well, it all boils down to something very familiar.
The Stellaron? But how is that possible? Penacony is a free-flowing interstellar hub. There are...
You're totally correct. So... How keen. Well, what should I say? I expected nothing less. The sweet dream doesn't come out of thin air. If you think of the memory zone as the seat to achieve this feat, without the help of an emanator, and that's not something you can achieve with a simple wish. It requires vast in Azdana. The planet of festivities itself is a stellar...
the planet of...
It all started a long time ago. Back when the Watchmaker and his crew liberated the frontier prison. The Stellaron first entered the Azdana system during the war. The turning point came after Tiernan's death, with two of the names by the time a representative from the Montour system's family arrived.
And I suppose the family happened to possess the knowledge to seal the Stellaron?
Not just that. They knew far more about the Stellaron than the average person. Those three eras were known as...
Then... how did they turn against...
Remember the island in the ocean metaphor? The truth is, the Stellaron was its people's lives. The opulent dream is built upon the decay of spirits, with a confusion, laziness, and cowardice. Weaknesses that sadly, we realized this far too late. By then, at my wit's end, I had to use the power of the Enigmata, and sought dormancy. That's its real name.
So this is the true meaning of the impossible.
It's not just that. Above all, I wanted to see what happens when the...
So, the legacy is...
If you want to consider the Stellaron...
If that's the case...
That's a question for Mr. Wings. The Stellaron is still under the family's control, and as the head of the Oak family... Are you done talking? So, will you tell us where the Stellaron is?
It is the Penacony Grand Theater itself.
Это было очевидно.
As I suspected, it's the embodiment of the family. The edifice.
As for the person who employed its power...
Well, that was easier than I thought.
Correct. When I was...
confronting...
I didn't have other options. The Dream Master has been elusive. Moreover, Mr. Gopherwood has been kind to...
What do you mean by that?
To be honest, my brother and I are also victims of the cancer of all worlds. We grew up as orphans, and I can't just stand by and watch Mr. Gopherwood become an enemy of the Harmony. I won't step on that stage and sing, no matter who the traitor is, or what orders they give me. I won't let the Charmony Fest or the paradise in our dreams.
Indeed.
As the head of the Oak family, I'm responsible for ensuring Penacony's promising future. Robin and I will head into the... I'll fight alongside you. We'll put the Charmony Festival on.
The enemies you are about to face aren't like this old dog here, who can barely even bark. Since our interests are aligned, why don't we team up? Maybe.
We have always been following in the footsteps of our nameless predecessor.
Yeah, we Nameless won't back down from a challenge. Exactly! It's time for the crew to save the world.
Rest assured, sitting on the sidelines isn't in our nature. Mr. Sunday, Miss Robin, I'm willing to accompany you on behalf...
Thank you, Mr. Yang.
Thank you all very much.
The Charmony Festival is about to start.
Everyone, let's gather over here. We still need to make some preparations. I may have been quick to step up to the plate, but confronting...
Huh? Even you're saying?
He's the leader of the families of Penacony, and he has the entire power.
Maybe you can just stay behind?
No, that won't do. Even if we count Robin as an ally, something felt off about Mr. Sunday. You're still carrying the keepsake the IPC envoy gave you, right? As I suspected, this chip Aventurine gave to you is that, if I'm right, he intends to use it to track your location or contact you when needed.
Aventurine? Is he still alive? And what—
Remember what I said earlier? Working with the IPC is a way to keep... If negotiations go south and the family show their true colors by going after the Stellaron, the only question mark in all of this is Aventurine's current...
Good luck to you, Welt.
Well, you take care too. If anything...
Spoken like a true hero. Even if the Dream Master is innocent, the family's corruption runs deep.
Don't you have something else to tell us?
Why would you say?
Before we departed, the conductor asked us to inquire about the 3 Nameless in Penacony, if I'm not mistaken.
It's not enough to say meet, but the answer is pretty... I've been watching over you ever since I received a reply from the Astral Express. Miss Himiko, were you the one who repaired the Express?
Yes.
And you two, young Nameless, you have very interesting...
I don't know much about my life story.
You're full of energy. Please send my regards to the conductor. As for the last Nameless, he embarked, disembarked, and embarked again. On his deathbed, he told me to find the Astral Express and deliver an invitation. Come with me. Now.
Back here again.
Sometimes I feel like you're still alive, old friend. Like you've still got so much to say and do. I've kept my promise, brought the future trailblazers you've waited so long for. I don't know why you were so obsessed with that train. Don't let us down, old man.
What's happening?
Go ahead. His resting place lies in the garden up ahead. The first and last Nameless of Penacony. Mikhail Char Legward, the Watchman.
Sure enough, the watchmaker is the third nameless.
The legacy he left behind was a dream bubble. I believe inside that. After all, when I checked its contents, I found nothing inside.
Well, let's have a look.
Wait, seriously? How could a dream bubble be empty?
That old man always had this strange belief in the nameless and the trailblaze. And I never understood where he got that confidence from. I could never figure out what was going on in that old man's head. But this empty dream bubble is a mischievous old man.
Don't think that's the case, Gallagher. I'm sure Mikhail has left us the...
Don't start getting all philosophical on me, all right?
Just as Mikhail believes in the nameless of the future, we unconditionally believe in the nameless of the past. There must be something contained in this dream bubble. It's just...
Well, I'm a follower of the Enigmata. My philosophy, that's why I understand what faith means in the path of trailblaze.
Can I borrow your pet? I need to make a trip back to Golden Hour and check something at the Dreamscape sales store. It's for Mikhail, and for the future of...
Welcome to the Reverie Hotel. How may I help you?
Greetings. We're the Nameless from the Astral Express.
The Astral Express? But
Yes, my companion's already checked in. My name is Dan Hung, and I believe...
I see, but your companion said you wouldn't be coming due to a change...
Now the plans have changed.
And you are...
Me? I'm Pom Pom. A new nameless.
He's my fellow trailblazer. We responded to the family's invitation before...
Oh, I see. Another one of the Nameless had a similar situation. Seems like a lot of... Since there's a precedent, it shouldn't be a problem. Just give me a... I'm sorry, dear guests, but it seems I'm unable to reach the other...
What do you mean?
My apologies. This is the first time I've encountered a situation like this. However...
How about this? Give me their room number, and we'll go check on them ourselves.
I'm afraid that's not possible. I need to verify both of your identities before I can share any...
How about you just wake up someone? Let's say...
I'm sorry, but there are strict rules regarding forced awakening. It cannot...
So nothing works, huh? What's your solution then? Are you saying we...
Please be patient. We need to contact your companions in order to confirm your identity.
And now it seems you need to confirm our identities before you can contact our companions.
It seems...
Fudge! Look, nothing personal, but if you can't handle this, go find...
Please calm down, dear guests. I do recall that Mr. Sunday, the Oak family head...
I don't think she's trying to give us a hard time. She really just does...
I have a bad feeling about this. You tried to
Something doesn't seem right. I need to leave for a moment.
Sure thing. Don Hung seems pretty worried about his companions. I should give him some space. Stressing out about it won't help anything.
Чпок. Что у нас типа? Пульс в мозг. Нормально. То есть у нас тут... у нас тут целых 4 даже будет. Окей. То есть мы, зарянка, Бэтхилл. Хотя это не зарянка, а это... И кто у нас будет 4-м, интересно даже. Так, куда мне?
The Charmony Festival is about to start.
Hey, you guys here for the...
Well, I didn't come all the way here specially for the festival. Honestly.
Well, back in my home world, Anaria, we have festivals like that all the time.
Oh, come on. The Charmony Festival is a one...
Well, you never know, right? Anyway, let's forget about that.
Unsettling things? What could possibly go wrong?
Relax. With a big event like this, there's bound to be lots of gossip and rumors.
Oh, that's a relief. Well, looks like I won't get any fudging clues out of these two.
Он любит всех называть милашки.
Greetings. I'm Cody of the Bloodhound family, head of security for...
Hello. So, there's something I wanted to ask about. Do you think there's anything to be worried about? I've traveled all the way from the Hayat.
What do you mean?
What?
I'm not sure where you heard those rumors, but they're completely baseless. At present, all of the families are focused on making sure the festival starts on time. Even the Dream Master himself has...
She doesn't appear to be acting. So... back already?
Hasn't she returned yet?
Nope. I'm starting... Neither the staff nor the guests seem to know anything about what's happening in the dreamscape.
I agree. Another unusual thing is that the Oak family is supposed to be in charge. I walked around the hotel, but didn't meet a single member.
Well, I'll be forked. If I remember correctly...
We shouldn't linger here.
Not so fast. Have you ever robbed VIPC?
Are you suggesting we sit here?
I wouldn't say do nothing. But let's stay put for now. They don't want to attract unwanted attention from certain...
If I were a family member, I'd find an official excuse and keep the surprise.
Of course, we don't need to walk into their trap.
A secret signal.
That's right.
Oh, a concrete object can indeed help the memo keeper establish a connection.
I'm sorry, but it's one of my quirks.
How do we get into the VIP lounge?
This is where my street smarts come into play. You're the lobby manager.
Yes, I am.
We're the Nameless from the Astral Express. We wanted to check in, but there's something wrong with your system. We've been waiting here forever, without any food or water. What the fuck?
Is this your idea of street smarts?
It's called standing up.
I apologize for the inconvenience. Please wait while we try to contact Mr. Sunday. I'll arrange...
See?
Just don't...
Wow, this bar's something else. Certainly worthy of the planet of festivities.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey, I have an order for a bottle of Hasdana's White Oak.
Hasdana's White Oak?
Oh, no way.
If someone had reserved such a beverage, I would definitely remember it. It sells for hundreds of thousands of credits per bottle.
That's strange. What could it be?
What should we do now?
Oh, no need to rush. Let's grab some drinks first. Let's see what kind of juice malts you all have here.
Wow, that's the most expensive one on the...
It's on the hat.
What can I get for you?
Anything you recommend is fine.
Then I would recommend today's special, Glass Village. It's classic Soul Glad mixed...
This flavor. Dynamite barbecue with rocket fuel. Ooh, really hits the...
Dynamite barbecue with rocket fuel. Is that really something that he...
Hey, as long as you're satisfied, dear guests.
Let's give the memo keeper another half-system hour. If she doesn't show...
The situation is unclear. Something must have happened on the planet of festivities. It's unusual for the followers of the Harmony to invite other factions, let alone the IP.
Actually, there's something else I'm concerned. As you know, the faction that follows the path of the hunt are some of the most dangerous. Isn't there a saying among the Xianzhou people that...
Talking. Do all the...
Well, you know what I mean. Even though the Galaxy Rangers have been with that Acheron lady, she doesn't seem like a lunatic at all. On the contrary, she's hot.
And you believe that someone like her would have an ulterior motive?
I'm not entirely sure, but I do have my suspicions. Maybe.
Anyway, what worries me more are the unless the invitations weren't sent by them.
Maybe it's she pay the Harmony pool. People do stupid things out of irrational impulses, but eons don't.
You think Shippei's will is behind all this?
It may not necessarily be Shippei. It's much simpler when you boil it down to the eons and paths.
But in my opinion, Akavili's...
Oh, so you're saying the Nameless now have to take...
Exactly. I believe the purpose of the journey, it's more about doing your best to choose the right path for...
I don't know what you've been through, but I agree that people must take responsibility. That's why the Galaxy Rangers need to uncover the imposter. Just in case. I have a backup plan if the memo keeper doesn't...
You sure have a lot of cards up your sleeve.
Well, going back to my old career, by the way, when you were
What's your...
It's simple. We just grab some hostages and use them as bargaining chips with the family.
No need for that.
Wait. Are you getting scared?
Are you leaving, esteemed guests? Would you like to cancel?
Huh? As Donna's...
Ha ha! Looks like you are a bit intoxicated, esteemed.
Looks like your memo keeper.
Oh, right. Sorry, my memory's not the best. I'll be waiting for you on the
No mistake. That's her message to you. She knew the hotel wasn't...
Well, looks like we took a detour, but...
You're back? 2 guests just boarded saying they were looking for Boot Hill, so I told them to...
Oh, just...
2 guests?
Yeah, or 2. Look, we welcome all passengers on the Astral Express, but...
My apologies, conductor. It was an oversight on my part. I assumed you were already acquainted with the garden. Given the chaotic situation in Penacony, the Nameless...
You are the memo keeper.
Pleased to meet you, Dan Hung. I've seen you in others' memories. And as for Boot Hill, this is our first face-to-face meeting.
Finally, memo keeper. Well, let's cut to the chase.
That's precisely what I intend to do. But before that, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Black Swan, and I serve the Garden of Recollection as a... I'm sure she knows it better than I do.
Greetings. I'm Acheron.
What? You Garden of Recollection shirtbag! You betrayed me!
I apologize, but she did that at my request. Due to certain reasons, I have been exiled by the family.
To be honest, it was more like stalking than helping.
I asked her to guide me to a place beyond the family's reach and to contact a few trustworthy individuals. Namely, all of you.
Trustworthy? Son of a nice lady. How about this? I'll put a few bullet holes in your head and see what's secret.
It doesn't have to be like that. I'm willing to answer all your questions, but not right now. If my cover hadn't been blown, we might have had more time, but at the moment, we don't have any other option.
No other options? What do you...
This is the only way I can ensure everyone's safety. I kindly request an immediate warp jump out of the Astana star system.
Ranger is requesting...
As far as I can tell, she's not a threat, and...
I've briefly traveled with your companions and know their whereabouts, Donhung. Please rest assured, your nameless companions are safe, but they need our help. As for Boot Hill, you may have guessed, I've been waiting for you. Galaxy Rangers are known for their elusive nature and limited contact with each other, so this was the only way I could reach out to you. Only by doing this can I find a true Galaxy Ranger and fulfill a long to return his relics to their rightful owner. Someone once told me that every rainfall is like raindrops are said to be the tears of the gods, shed in response to the sorrows of the world. So, how long has this rain been going on for?
I used to believe, just like you, that it looks like the god you mentioned doesn't exist. Well, mortals who walk the paths, and for some,
like those shadows on the ocean.
Sin-thirsters, the obsession, they emerge from the nihility. They were once my dear companions.
Are you watching over them?
Watching over them? No. It was a brutal war. A crusade that the unwavering determination of the Hunt followers persists even as for me.
But you know, these sin-thirsters.
Does this seem pointless to you? Well, some tasks have to be done.
I can help you.
For what?
For the meaning of the nihility.
I see. After all this realm, thank you, stranger. I wish that you find...
Before we part ways, It is true that their actions and even their entire... If this is what the departed ones expected.
A good question. And a profound one. What I do know, if someone will stand at my...
When I appeared as a child, my speech as I grew into adulthood.
I humbly request your blessings, esteemed advocate of Shipe.
Come to me, my kinship.
As you wish. I have faithfully served the Alfalfa family for nearly a decade. Out of laziness, I lied and claimed that everything was ready.
Do you sincerely repent and vow to change your...
Yes.
Have you examined your soul? And are you willing to accept? Very well. Show your dedication and good...
Oh, praise Shipe.
Next.
I wholeheartedly confess to you.
Rest assured. I have implored their presence to be with...
Oh, great. You know, I
see.
My children were starving. And I hoped they'd have a chance at survival if they became slaves here. But the Bloodhound family got wind of it. They're on my tail, hunting me down. I thought...
The family is ready to forgive all sinners. I'll ask the Bloodhound.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Next.
Hey! Long time no see, Mr. Sunday. The most esteemed individual.
I have sought their presence with us.
Sure. Let's just get this over with. I have sinned. Please forgive me. I wasted half... That's it. Nothing more.
Do you seek to atone for...
My sins? I'm starting to sound like a saint, huh? Well, let me tell you something. You think nobody knows what your precious family has done? About the watchmaker? Huh? Don't kid yourself, Featherbrain. Before you start spouting off your holy verses, answer me this. Well, I've spent enough time in confession today to enter the Harmony's paradise, right?
Oh, revered triple-faced soul, who can judge the strong when their power? Who can vouch for the weak? Who can comfort the purest? If the strong defending the weak, then who?
Brother? Brother, are you all right?
I'm fine. I've been working long hours.
You've been working non-stop on the Charmony Festival, Mr. Sunday, and no one could...
No need to worry about troubling anyone. The Charmony Festival...
It has always been our wish to make everyone happy, so... Even if the negotiation does not go smoothly, I'll refuse to go on...
I'm relieved to... You know, since arriving in Penacony, we haven't had any...
The Dream Master rarely grants an audience.
Perhaps he'll be the...
Let's hope we can reach a consensus.
Indeed.
It's about time. We'll have to get ready for the meeting.
Don't worry. I'll be waiting here.
It's Mr. Sunday! Hey, come over here!
Yes.
Looks like someone needs help. Let's go check it out.
Mr. Sunday. Hey there! Okay, see the moon in the sky? It's about this. If I just reached out my hand, I could grab the moon.
The moon?
Yeah. Look at me. I've been away from home, but it's no big deal. The Grand Theater here looks much better. They told me not to sell everything I had just to come to Penacony. How?
Selling everything you had? Why would you go to such lengths?
Why? Can't you see? Life back home is It's better to be here at Penacony. No pain, no worries about tomorrow, just sweet dreams.
Is this truly lit?
Huh? What did you say?
Oh, it's nothing, sir. You see, the traffic on Glock's Avenue can be dangerous.
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. See you around, Mr. Sunday. And,
What's up, sister?
This is the land of the dreams. The man we ran into. Even though sweet dreams are nice, they're just
I suppose you have a point.
Why do you say that?
You think that man is not actually living. But that's not quite accurate. People believe they have a predetermined value to fulfill. Gaining. However, value doesn't come out of thin air. And there's a limit.
Are you suggesting?
Exactly. But, ironically, people... Survival of the fittest. No tragedies exist here.
Perhaps that man is just an exception. Let's not...
Yes. Seeing is believing.
А, понятно. Две. Судя по всему, ну это вряд ли конец, было бы тупо, наверное. Такое чувство, как будто скоро конец. Хотя они обычно по несколько часов делают. Ну, скорее всего, это просто для вида.
Glad to meet you again, Robin. How are the preparations for the Charmony Festival?
It's going smoothly.
You're too kind, Robin. It's a pleasure to have guests from all over the universe. I can't stand being lonely or bored, so this jubilant dreamscape is perfect for...
But if this went on forever...
Not at all. Every day you get to wear fancy clothes, explore all sorts.
But you know that only a few things can be brought...
That's exactly why I don't plan on bringing anything back.
just enjoying the dream. It's only in this sweet dream can I truly feel like I'm in control of my
I see.
And I wish you a fantastic performance, Robin!
Seems like that guest's perspective.
She had a valid point. I could sense her genuine happiness.
What you're trying to say is, she thinks she's in control of her life. But in reality...
Well, she...
However, the paradise in our...
No. In the paradise... The scenery in this dreamscape is truly breathtaking, isn't it?
Oh, Robin. Can't believe I'm meeting you in person. You're right. Even though time stands still in this dreamscape.
A philosophical mind.
Oh, not at all. With little time left, I yearn for meaningful conversations. Especially with someone who's...
It's my pleasure. No need to be formal. Just speak your mind. You said... with...
Yeah. I was part of a war, and while escaping from the Sarkosian mothership, I got exposed to some radio. And then, all my comrades died, and my hometown was wiped out by neutron bombardments. They have, and I'm truly grateful for that. They provided me with a comfortable room, the most advanced life support devices in the cosmos. My physical body is now in the dream pool, sustained by life support. The me you see here is whole, rational, and no different from any other true appearance. Huh? I hope you...
So... you'll be living for...
Just being able to live at all is good enough for me. Whether it's in this... My world has been torn apart, and my life could end any second. So... even if this whole place is... now I envy.
That old man's story. It's so tragic.
That's precisely why this sweet dream in pen...
However, even this sweet dream has its limitations.
There will be a way out.
Так, секундочку, я отключусь. Так. Петь не надо мне. Ну-ка, чё, это же она же, да?
Look what we have here. A lovely young lady. Brother, what a surprise to see you again.
Show yourself. Your trick won't work on us.
I've heard that a skilled mass fool received an invitation too.
Barely. The people here are way too gullible. A little bait is all it takes for them to bite. And they run away at the select...
Now that you've had your fill, it'd be wise to leave before it's too late.
What? Now that you have the real Robin, I'm useless? Oh, how disheartening. You should be thanking me. Because if it weren't for me cleaning up this mess...
That was a personal request from the head of the Iris family. And it has nothing to do with us.
The Charmony Festival? You think you can scare me? I don't care what you're thinking, chicken wing boy. But I'm pretty sure lovely Robin won't be up here. Penacony, the land of the dreams.
Stop it.
What's the rush, chicken wing boy? Did I get to you?
Our paradise is none of your concern, last fool. Leave now, or the family won't tolerate you anymore.
All right. I'll go. But Robin, I suggest do you really believe those living in dreams can escape pain? Well, I've done my part. And now I'm here. The last two gifts for both of you. And it'll be thrilling.
I heard a raven cawing in the distance. It seems the Dream Master will arrive soon. Let's wait here for the Dream Master to arrive.
Okay. By the way, brother, I heard you no longer have a sweet tooth. That seems like a lot has changed during my absence. What?
Well, someone has to stay awake even.
But that someone doesn't have to be you, or anyone in particular. The paradise in our dreams. Penacony is nothing more than a dream.
Remember the old man we met earlier?
That might be true, but that path may have been more ordinary and challenging. Is Penacony granting these people a future?
Well, don't forget this. The future for humanity is like the sky for birds. Do you remember how we took in that little Charmony dove when we were young?
Yeah. We took care of it. Provided food and water.
Well, I didn't mention what happened shortly after you left. It crashed to its death right in front of your window.
I had surmised as much. I knew you wouldn't have avoided mentioning the bird for no reason, despite that unfortunate outcome. I still believe it was the right decision. Birds aren't meant to spend their lives in cages. They belong in the sky.
But here's the thing. If there are birds in this world that can never fly, can we really assert that they belong in the sky?
Are you implying that the same goes for humans too?
Let's take the Astral Express as an example. The Nameless made tremendous efforts to bridge worlds, gaining fame across the universe. However, only a few. That's because the pursuit of the Trailblaze exceeds the capabilities of ordinary humans. Otherwise, why would this path be filled with broken rails and abandoned express?
That's just sophistry. If that were true...
Unfortunately, that's exactly what happens. Another name for the future is self-value. While this world has its fair share of heroes who inspire people and garner admiration for their heroic deeds, the majority, some are born weak and vulnerable. Some find themselves trapped in unfortunate circumstances. Some fall victim to malice and cowardice. When it comes to survival, everyone is equal. And the weak can...
That's why we should care for the weak and support them as if their suffering were our own.
While the Harmony holds noble aspirations, the strong will always be strong, and the weak will always be weak. Even in this carefree dream. In the end, if people can't even secure their own survival, they won't care about the illusory future of equality. As long as the law...
But if people don't live for the future, do they merely exist for survival? If even you...
People often forget that when the first bird took flight, the entire world envisioned no more fledglings would ever crash to their death.
Are you reading, sister? What are you reading?
Mr. Gopherwood gave me a picture book. It's about the story of the harmonic strings. If I could become a chord master, I'd like to summon...
I see. Then, I would...
Don't you have a wish of your own?
Of course I do. It's just that it includes your wish.
Then, let's build a stage there and invite everyone.
It's a deal then.
Yeah, it's a deal. But...
Maybe you will have to...
You're back sooner than I thought. Any results?
Yes. And now, it's up to...
Since he's already... But pardon me if I sound curt. It's good. Why else would he have chosen to sleep in do you have the numbers? And in...
Got any more encouraging?
As I see it, relying on Welt's negotiations alone, Penacony is our rival's home turf. We're more familiar with the Stellaron's properties than most. And...
That's right.
as long as we pose a threat to the Stellaron. But the problem is, on the eve of the Charmony Festival opening...
So, no one's gonna say anything? The express crew would have been disbanded long. So, I heard that before the Charmony Festival begins, there'll be a pageant to kick off the festival. As long as we clinch the top spot, we'll be able to attain the title of Festive Superstar.
So, how do we go about participating in these festivities?
I've already procured... to tell you the truth, I had been preparing to join the audition.
So they're still running this thing, huh?
We'll follow Marge's plan.
I'm afraid I won't have the time. As a virtual character...
Should we ever cross paths again?
All right.
And Miss Firefly, we thank you for all your support. We're faced with a formidable enemy.
We've already come this far together. I'd like to join you for the rest of your journey on Pentacle.
This is also the spirit of the Trailblaze.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sports and All. If you have ambition, dreams, and the drive...
Oh, wow! They've really outdone themselves!
Behold, here come 4 friends with spirit high and bold.
Is he talking about us?
Yes, you! There's no...
Excuse me, you 4. What are you hoping to...
As the last group of contestants, how confident are you in overcoming all...
Would you be open to a brief exclusive interview with us?
Your journey is long and fraught with perils.
The sword and rose! Protect the beauty!
A knight's head is hard as steel. Brotherland...
People are pouring in. Kinda feels like all sorts...
Ladies and gentlemen, please, make way. Coming towards us now is one of Penacony's top 10 wealthiest tycoons. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the director of So Glad's factory, Haideen Lee.
Hello, everybody. I'm Himiko.
Don't you guys need to...
Can't hide it anyways. Penacony is plastered with our posters. And because the Astrolix...
Ужас.
Hello, everyone! I'm March 7th.
Hello, everyone. I'm Firefly.
So it's a bunch of nameless guests. This final face-off is bound to be... Grab a bottle of So Glad!
И что, типа, разделилось или нет? Говорит. Ведь мне вот интересно, блять, или нет. Хрен поймешь, конец-то или нет. Вот, мне вот интересно просто даже. По факту можно уже теперь походить, наверное, закончить. Давайте походим. Что у нас по карте? Ну, тут конец, скорее всего, будет. Я вот только не знаю, на 2 части серии будет или нет, блять. Интересно все такое.
This place is buzzing.
That's right. This venue is a miniature representation of that time known as the era filled with boundless possibilities. Grab a bottle of So Glad and make your... Nameless, your arrival reminds me of the grand occasion when Penacony was first established. Once, during a particularly grueling day, I passed out and was the dream-chasing era was truly a wondrous time. Oh, I wholeheartedly hope you make it to the finish. trailblazing spirit.
Hello, everyone! Next up, get ready for the mega...
Trailblazing into the uncharted and challenging the limit.
I hope that by the end of this journey...
Ah, a wonderful wish.
Safety first, everyone.
Simple words, but waiting for you are 3 stages, each connected to that era. And in the last stage, those are the rules. Simple. Everyone clear?
Everyone, as the Charmony Festival is drawing closer, we must reach the... March and I haven't known Miss Firefly for too long and aren't overly familiar with her.
Fine by me. Let's do it, all right? I don't...
We'll split into the assigned groups then.
Welcome to the first stage of Soul Glad Enterprises' 33rd Scorched Sand Festival. In the School of Acting Challenge, you have to complete 3 Now, make your...
Так, ну давайте все-таки закончим, наверное. В принципе, достаточно поснимал. Я вот не знаю, на 2 серии будет или все-таки даже еще 3 будет. Потому что я по приколу посмотрел... Не надо. По приколу посмотрел у некоторых стримов по 9 часов, по 7 часов. Я вот хз, насколько это будет. Ну, надеюсь, не так уж прям уж, чтоб я попадал охуенно, блять. Будет прикол, если я, блядь, 2 серии запишу, а 3 будет короткая. Но я так не люблю. Так что, надеюсь, что все-таки я попаду хотя бы не так, ну, нормально, как обычно. По час, там, хотя бы по 40 минут. Так что давайте закончим на это в первую серию. Так что, да, всем пока-пока.